Yeah. Hey, what's up, you guys? Trade FX here, back with another video, man. No, it's been a very long time actually. So haven't been here. Hope you didn't miss me. If you did, I'm back. It's been like 4 weeks, if not 3 or 2 more or less. But yeah, we're all good now. So what we're gonna discuss today is risk to reward. How to understand risk to reward, right? Because most people are going crazy over the word, but they don't fully understand what it means, and you need to be in the right mindset. So the first thing I would advise you to do is go to my risk management videos, which I posted like 2 lessons on risk management. The first one is on theory, the second one is doing hypothetical examples just to show you everything in detail. So yeah, hopefully you did watch that, because everything that we're going to discuss now is just going to be uh, an in-depth of the previous lessons which I posted here on YouTube. So yeah, what we're gonna do first right now for this video is that we're gonna do the the breakdown of the GBP USD trades which we had last week. Oh shit. Yeah, which we had last week, but I didn't manage to get in. So yeah, what we're gonna start with first is discuss the higher time frame move, right? The higher time frame bias at the moment. So here on GBP USD, I don't really have a long term bias yet, but then my overall bias at the at the beginning was to see these highs being taken out, right? To see these highs being taken out. And I think I was in a buy from here, but that's really not important for this video. So my overall target for GBP USD is here at this high, and the reason why I'm pointing this out here is just to give you an understanding of where I am right now and the reasoning for the buy which we had last week. So fine, since all this is my overall target, and what we are seeing around the target here is that we saw the market trying to take this high out. It failed. It took out this previous high it made, and then it sold off. But the way it's selling off right now, it's a bit slow, which to me would signals a bit of upside. We still have a bit of upside because it's struggling to go lower. If it's using this area here as resistance, this up candle here, so fine. I'm still open to seeing it go to the downside, but yeah, nonetheless, we are just working with what we have right now. So after seeing this behavior, we saw it trade into the zone right here, right? This weekly down candle here. The reason why I'm choosing this candle here, is because we have a swing low around it. You can see that we formed this swing low right there. Shit, what am I doing? We have this higher lows here, this higher lows that we keep forming every not every single month, but which we formed prior to all these moves which we had here. So it's been a long time since I made a video, so I might mess up a lot, so it's okay. So fine, since I saw that we traded into the zone here and we got this reaction, what I then identified was that we took out this previous low here into this candle, and then we saw this up move. The first thing that we need to see to conclude that we might continue higher, we need to see a close above here, right? So our objective after we saw this low being taken out was to see price trading higher, potentially to take out this high. We're not really sure if this high is going to be taken out or not. So that's just the whole reasoning for the bullish buys for me. So when we go down to the daily, we're going to break down the buy that we had. So fine, we saw that we took out all these stops which were resting below here, right? We took them out into the weekly OB, right? After taking them out, we traded higher above this candle, which can later on be used as a demand zone right here, which can later on be used as a demand zone, right? But then after breaking above it, we traded lower, we tapped into it, and then we saw price making a new high here, breaking the structure here. After we broke the structure, I looked at this as the range that we have from this low to this new high. This is the range which I wanted to see buys from. I wanted to buy from here when it made this retracement. So fine. After I identified that, fine, I don't want to see price trading below here, even though it might do it on at a later stage. It might trade lower to come back here and then trade higher. That's something I wasn't worried about then, because at that time everything was allowing me to look for buy, right? So on the daily, there's no clear area for me to buy from or to buy within. So I'm gonna go to the 4 hour. So on the 4 hour, where I was at the time of the buy, where price was, it was around here, right? It was after it took out this lows here, took out this low, and then it took out this low here as well. So we saw this displacement higher, signaling to us that price still wants to continue going higher, and we didn't want to see it below this level. We didn't want to see price below this level. It was our invalidation level. So fine, after highlighting all those key things here, after seeing this up move, I then went to the 5 minute, but I'm just gonna go to the 1 hour just for the sake of showing you which time frames that I use whenever I look for setups. I follow these time frames. So after taking out this low here, we saw this up move, right? What did it do? What did this up move do after taking out these stops here? It broke the structure here, right? Created a break of structure for us to then conclude that, okay, fine, we created a stop hunt here, we broke the structure here, we need to see inducement, and then we need to trade into an area of support in order for us to start looking for buys. So what did we do? We went to the 5 minute. Well, at least I went to the 5 minute at that time, but yeah. So on the 5 minute, we saw this last down candle here. This last down candle here. So at this last down candle, I had my buy limit at this level. We had this break of structure here, right? We created that break of structure. My PC is a bit slow, so don't know why. Price was somewhere around here. Had my buy limits here, and we can see that we did create a bit of inducement here when we were trading low. We had this inducement here. We also created this one here as well when we were busy trading low. So fine. After doing all that, we saw price trading into our buy zone. So if you had your buy limits here, it would have been triggered in from there. And then, yeah, first target being the previous high where the retracement started from, right? That's your first target. But when it pushed higher from here, I had my stop loss at break even. It came back to take me out, and then I was away from the charts from there. So first target would have been 1:7, just like that. So to the high which it made, I think last week, it was close to 1:25. So let's quickly do that and see. It was close to 1:25, yeah, more or less. So that's that. That's the first setup. So the other one which formed was, I think it was on the M15, which is what we need to look at right now. And then from there, we're gonna break down other things here. So yeah, my piece is a bit slow. I'm a bit slow as well, so don't blame me. It's been a long time since I've recorded a video, so yeah, it's all good. So the other setup, I think it was on the H1, but and we're gonna break down why I'm showing you these two examples. You can see this one is with an 8 pip SL, which is 79 pip SL, not 79, 0.79. Yeah, so the other one, the other setup formed here on this H1 candle, and all the elements that you need to see when you're looking for a trade are there. You can see if we zoom in here on the H1, we had the stop hunt here. Let's just mark it out in red. We had that stop hunt, and then we had this break of structure here, and then we had this inducement right there. And then our buys need to be on this candle. You never want to over refine your zones. So your target, we'll just label the targets based on the high that we made here, right there. So this one is 215, right? So what you need to understand about risk to reward is that whenever you have a smaller stop with your target, let's say you have two targets, you have a main target which is a bit far away, right? Whenever you have a smaller stop, what risk to reward will do for you, it will increase your reward, in that sense that, fine, if you are risking $100 here and then your targets are at this level right here, right, and your risk to reward at this point was 1:24, your trade would have yielded 2,400 USD if you were risking $100 here, right? But then let's say you had a stop like this below this low, right? Your risk to reward would have been 1:6, and let's say you were still risking 1:1. I'm not 1:1, man. What am I doing right now? Anyway, let's say you were risking 100 USD, right? You would have made 600 USD for this move, right? But then with this one here being 1:24, you would have probably made 2,400 USD. So the other trade here, which is 1:15, let's say you had your stop here, would have made 400 USD if you were risking 100 USD here. But then, yeah, that's just risk to reward on its own. But you need to go through the other videos which I made just to have a thorough understanding of what I mean, or just the basics of it. So fine. What are the pros and cons of risk management? I mean, risk to reward. Well, the pros are that whenever you have a tighter stop with a wider target, if you are to hold 100% of that position, and if that trade goes very well, then it will increase your account size very quickly, depending on how fast the move is. And yeah, the other thing is that, yeah, I feel like that's the most important pro about risk reward. That's the most important pro about risk to reward. But the con of it is that whenever you have a tighter stop, it will fuck up your mindset, because let's say you are always attempting to have trades with 2 pip SL trades, like you're tempted to take trades with 2 pips. What it will do, let's say you are to take 4 trades in a row, right, with 2 pips, and you get taken out the first one, you get taken out the second one, third one, and fourth one. On the fifth one, you won't be so confident unless maybe you are ready for it. So what you need to understand about having a tighter stop is that you need to prepare yourself mentally for those days where you would have losing streaks, right? Losing streaks. So that's the con of risk to reward with a tighter stop. But then the pros of having a wider stop with regards to risk to reward is that you'll be comfortable and confident with your trade. So if you entered your trade, let's say here, with a stop this wide, following your uh following your risk parameters, like not over risking just because you have a wider stop, risking only $100 because that's your risk parameter or your risk amount, you'll be confident because you would have given the trade the room to play around. If it does do something like this, if the trade does do something like this, what the hell, man? What are you doing? If the trade does do something like this, maybe creates a setup within this area, you'll still be confident in your trade because the stop loss isn't that too small. So you can see here, I was almost taken out immediately when the trade got triggered in because I had my limits here. But then after it went in profit, I set it at break even. So yeah. So I already explained what risk to reward does to your mindset. So you just need to prepare yourself for you just need to prepare yourself whenever you are deciding to only take trades with a smaller stop. You just need to be ready because yeah, it won't be healthy for you to have a tighter stop, honestly, because you want to maintain your mental health as much as possible. As much as you want to maintain your account, it will depend also on your man. I'm fucked up right now. I'm really slow, honestly. But anyway, yeah, it's just the journey, so I'm just gonna post this video as it is. But I'm not yet done. Man, I just feel man, man, what is going on with me? But yeah, it's so funny right now because on other videos when you play them, I'd be so hyped, but it's all good. So yeah, think that's the end of the video, man. I'll come back strong next time. Peace.